Hi, this is Nikki and I'm back with part 2 of today's message, and this is for those who are on a twin flame soul to soul journey. And so the first part of the message today, I was saying that it's been particularly tricky energy, and the card that I pulled was the Seven of Swords again. Seven of Swords is in the depiction of the card, it's like somebody running away with 2 swords, leaving 5 swords behind, smashing out of a glass box. And so that is like leaving behind fragments of your ego, fragments of bits of yourself that you've kind of like been keeping yourself in a glass box and running away from, right? Running away, but now it's time to make the decision. So I also said there's been a tricky time recently with my twin because he wanted to, basically I can see why. So I'm just going to explain this, I'm going to explain a bit about what happened. So because he's also self-employed, I contacted him to talk about the tax. And he immediately took that as, oh, let's meet up. And so I said, oh, I'm sorry I can't meet, but, you know, for all the reasons that I've said before, but we can, you know, obviously we can still be in contact. Anyway, so, and then he took that really personally after having, I mean, it's just so ridiculous. Anyway, so the thing is, I've just done a shamanic journey around it because I was like, okay, there's some stuff. And I was just like, what is this? I can feel it. It's so silly. And so I just did a quick, this is my drum. So I just did a drumming session on it just to see. Now, so I'm going to explain this because also it will explain, it might trigger something for you, and also it will explain a bit about the uncovering of the journey. So when I first learned how to be, I went on a course to become a past life regression therapist. And in that course, the reason why I did it is because I wanted to experience, I just found out that my twin was my spirit guide through doing a shamanic course. And then I was kind of like, well, I want to experience past lives with him. So I thought I'll become a past life regression therapist. So I did this course. And in it, you have to do role plays for each other to practice at the end. And so I asked to be taken back to the lifetime that was going to be most important for me to know about in this lifetime. And so I left it completely open. I didn't talk about my twin or anything. I just said, take me to the lifetime that is going to be the most significant for me to know about in this lifetime. And what happened was, sorry, I just need to get the charger. What happened was I was taken to a lifetime where me and my twin were both Indian shaman, Red Indian shaman. And what I saw was when we were the shaman together and Red Indians, and I saw us on horses, and I saw us like me looking like Pocahontas and all of that. and then basically I saw us when we were young, and then I saw us when we were old, and I saw us lying on a bed together, and we were basically saying that we were saying, okay, tonight we will pass away together, basically, and we were lying with each other on, you know, fur and stuff. Anyway, so that basically, and the message is that you will live this life again. So you will be together again and you will die together again. And so that's what the message was. It was like, don't worry, you will have this wonderful experience again. So it was really significant that came through, because I didn't put any, you know, I didn't say I want to know about me and my twin. I just left it up to my highest good and said, show me the lifetime that I really need to know about now. And of course he was there. So because I was like, what's going on at the moment? So I just did a quick journey, because I know that for me, because me and my twin have been shaman together in past lives, then it's a quick way for me to get answers. So I just did a drumming session, and straight away I was taken back to that lifetime again. And basically this is the 3rd time that I've been back to that lifetime, because the 2nd time I visited that lifetime, what happened was I didn't see this the first time, and this is the thing, your soul will only give you bits of information that you need at the time. right? And of course, our human mind thinks, well, why didn't you give me all of that at the beginning? It would have been much easier if I'd just known all of that. But of course, A, you couldn't comprehend all of that detail because it would just be too much. And B, also, you're not in the right soul growth to take that information on, right? So you're only given the right information at the right time. Because the next time I visited that lifetime, it was quite a long time later. And instead of I saw quickly the end point of when we were lying in bed together. But then it took us back to basically when we were the shaman in the village. And it was actually my twin who was the chief shaman. But what happened was he was quite forthright and quite direct in the way he spoke to people, which actually he is. He's an air sign, and he can be very blunt. And so people started coming to me because I was much softer, etc. And what I saw was that it hurt his ego, and so he left. And so when I visited the lifetime at that time, I was seen on my own in our house crying because he had left. But then what happened was when we got to the end of that, so then I had to do a healing on it, and it was healing about, basically I'd hurt his ego, right? He had, he was the big shaman, and then people started coming to me, and he didn't like that, so he went off. So he had to heal that. And then right at the end, he came back again, but it wasn't until I was old. And then we got on the bed together, and that's what I see. He came back right at the end of our life so that we could be together in the end. So really significant. So when I did the journey this morning, I went back to that lifetime again where he comes back because basically so he was saying, it's like the breakdown of the ego. That's what's happening at the moment. There has been a trigger, which between me and him, when I've said to him yesterday, I'm sorry I can't meet, then it's triggered his ego again. And it's annoying. And I understand that, because from his side, he was probably thinking, oh, she's contacted me, so that's okay, we can meet up again. And I get it. So it was just really interesting. So if anything is happening like this in your dynamic, then it could be something like that, right? Because what was really significant is to be taken back to that exact time, like that exact point from that lifetime where we're shaman. He comes back after all that time and actually comes back, right? So that's the message. The message is they'll come back. They will come back. But the other message is to just be aware that your soul only gives you the information that you need to know at the time, and things will just come out. So you won't get to see everything because it's just too much, right? If I had seen all of that detail, probably, when I first started doing past life regression, I probably would have been really upset that he'd left me. I wouldn't have understood the concepts that we're all taking on, collective energies and a collective ego. And of course, you've got to play that out in different lifetimes and all of that stuff. But it makes sense as to trigger points now. That's the thing. So that's why I'm sharing it, because there could be a situation that you and your twin are triggered. The lovely thing is that after I've just finished the session, I find a set of golf tees. Now, well, the first time I met my twin, so this is why it's so lovely. Spirit is just so magical. So I find this set of golf tees in my kitchen. I don't play golf. These are obviously from, I don't know. Anyway, and when I first met my twin, when he had his walls down, right? The first time I met him, he said he was going off to play golf with friends. And he said, oh, you can come with me. You can be my caddy. And it was so sweet because it was so excited, and it's like he just wanted me everywhere with him all the time. And I just remember that really clearly because I just thought, oh my God, that's so cute. And I was kind of really surprised because in the same sense I was like, wow, we've only just met. Why you want me to meet all of your friends and go play golf with you? I was a bit like, what? And so, you know, it was the reason why this came through is to remember that moment as well, to say that that is the person that I am truly underneath all of this crazy ego and all of this collective energy that we've got to break through, the masculine kind of like don't hurt my ego breakdown thing. And so that was just a beautiful way of just remembering, oh yeah, I know who you really are underneath all of this. This is the person who you really are, the person who's really soft underneath, the person who has like such an amazing heart and is gentle and, you know, is the other part of you. So there you go. That's the message. So I just thought I'd share it because it was just so like, I was like, oh yeah, totally get that. Totally understand that. Because I could feel this real tit for tat. And I was just thinking, why this? So breakdown of the ego. And breakdown of the ego is another level of heart opening, isn't it? So the two go hand in hand. As you break down the ego, you open the heart. Break down the ego, open the heart. Become more vulnerable. Become more true to yourself. And so situations may be coming up for you where this is happening, right? So be able to look at it from a wider perspective. And so it enables you to not get dunked by all the emotion of it. It allows you to see, oh, okay, it's happening for a reason. What is this? You know, perhaps if you need some help going to a past life, I can do that. We can set that intent for the session to say, go to a past life that will help me the most today in this life. You know, that's the thing with the healings, when I tap into your energy, you know, whatever, we can go to any intent, right? That's the thing. We ask your energy what you need to know. You know, I always do it for my highest good. So I never put specific requirements around it. But if you do, you can. It's always like, but it will show you what's for your highest good. So anyway, just really interesting. And sorry, I've babbled a bit because that's very personal to me, but I'm saying it because it may happen for you guys at some point or just happened or whatever. But it is the breakdown of the ego to open the heart. All right. I hope that helps anyway. Take care. I'll just find my drum. Okay, bye.